Welcome to Weapon Spotlight. World War II, the deadliest conflict in human history, saw innovation and brutality clash on a global scale. Today, we delve into the arsenals that shaped this defining moment. From iconic rifles to fearsome tanks and the machines that cracked codes, we'll explore 10 weapons that changed the course of the war. Hold on tight as we journey through the firepower and tactics that defined a generation. We kick off our list with a revolutionary weapon that forever changed the face of infantry combat, the Sturmgewehr 44 or StG-44. Developed by the Germans in the later stages of World War II, the StG-44 wasn't your average rifle. Chambered for the 7.92 x 33mm Kurz cartridge, it offered a balance between the firepower of a light machine gun and the accuracy of a carbine. With a rate of fire of 500 to 600 rounds per minute, it unleashed a hail of bullets on enemy positions. The StG-44's true innovation lay in its design. It featured a revolutionary gas-operated system with a rotating bolt, allowing for the high rate of fire. The curved magazine, unlike straight ones, made for smoother and faster reloads in the heat of battle. But the biggest game changer? A selector switch. This allowed soldiers to choose between single shots for precision or full auto for laying down suppressive fire. This flexibility gave infantry unprecedented offensive capabilities, turning them into mobile firing squads. Though introduced late in the war, the StG-44 left a lasting legacy. It became the blueprint for the assault rifles that dominate modern battlefields, forever changing the way infantry fight. Next up, we head across the battlefield to a symbol of American firepower, the M1 Garand. This wasn't just any rifle. It was a morale booster, a technological marvel, and a constant reminder of home for countless GIs. Developed in the 1930s, the M1 Garand was a semi-automatic rifle chambered for the powerful 30-06 Springfield cartridge. Unlike the bolt-action rifles of the time, it allowed soldiers to fire follow-up shots quickly, without manually reloading after each pull of the trigger. The 8-round clip fed smoothly, and the iconic ping sound upon emptying served as a distinctive audio cue, both to the user and the enemy. The M1 Garand's innovation was its innovative gas-operated reloading system. This allowed for a rate of fire of 30-40 rounds per minute, a significant leap over bolt-action rifles. The distinctive ping wasn't just a sound effect, it was a signal to the soldier that their clip was empty and needed reloading, a crucial feature in the heat of battle. The M1 Garand's impact on the battlefield was undeniable. It boosted American firepower, allowing soldiers to return fire more effectively. The semi-automatic mechanism also reduced fatigue and improved morale. Unlike the single, deliberate shots of a bolt-action rifle, the M1 Garand instilled a sense of confidence and offensive capability in its users. The M1 Garand became a symbol of American resilience and technological prowess. It served as the primary rifle for U.S. troops throughout World War II and beyond, leaving an indelible mark on military history. Our third weapon on the list is a close-quarters terror, the MP-40, the signature submachine gun of Nazi Germany. Feared for its distinctive sound and brutal efficiency, the MP-40 was a close combat workhorse. Developed in the late 1930s, the MP-40 was a mass-produced weapon known for its simplicity and low cost. Chambered for the 9x19mm Parabellum cartridge, it offered a high rate of fire around 500 rounds per minute. The 32-round magazine provided enough firepower for short, intense engagements. Unlike rifles, the MP-40 was compact and lightweight, perfect for navigating urban environments and trench warfare. The MP-40's innovation wasn't in groundbreaking technology, but in its focus on practicality. It utilized a simple blowback operation, meaning the recoil from firing automatically ejects the spent cartridge and loads a new one. This straightforward design made it easy to produce, maintain, and use, even for less trained soldiers. The MP40's impact was undeniable in close-quarters combat. Its compact size allowed soldiers to dominate urban environments and trench networks. The high rate of fire created a suppressive wall of bullets, demoralizing enemies and giving German forces an edge in rapid assaults. The distinctive burp sound of the MP40 became a source of fear for Allied troops. Though primarily a German weapon, the MP40's simplicity and effectiveness made it a coveted prize for resistance fighters across Europe. Its legacy extends beyond World War II, influencing the design of submachine guns used in conflicts for decades to come. Our journey through iconic WW2 weapons takes us to the trusty Lee Enfield No. 4MK, the workhorse rifle of the British Commonwealth. Renowned for its accuracy, reliability, and distinctive ping, the Lee Enfield was a constant companion for countless soldiers throughout the war. Developed in the early 1990s, the Lee Enfield No. 4MK was a bolt-action rifle chambered for the powerful 303 British cartridge. While not semi-automatic like some later designs, it offered a balance of firepower and precision. The 10-round magazine provided ample ammunition, and the bolt-action mechanism was known for its smooth operation and rapid follow-up shots for a skilled shooter. The distinctive ping sound upon ejecting a spent cartridge served as a satisfying audio cue for the user. The Lee Enfield boasted a clever innovation: the cock-on opening mechanism. Unlike traditional bolt-action rifles, a single continuous motion could be used to extract the spent cartridge, cock the weapon, and load a new round. This significantly improved the rifle's rate of fire in the hands of a trained soldier. The Lee Enfield's impact on the battlefield was significant. Its accuracy made it a valuable tool for snipers and long-range engagements. The reliable bolt-action mechanism and cock-on opening feature allowed for a respectable rate of fire in close to medium-range combat. The rifle's simplicity and ruggedness made it ideal for the harsh conditions of war, earning the respect of soldiers for its dependability. The Lee Enfield No. 4MK wasn't just a British weapon, it became a symbol of resilience for the entire Commonwealth. Its legacy extends beyond WW2, seeing service in numerous conflicts throughout the 20th century. Even today, the Lee Enfield is admired by collectors and marksmen for its timeless design and unwavering reliability. Our journey through the arsenals of World War II takes us to a symbol of Soviet resilience: the Mosin-Nagant M1930 rifle. Simple, rugged, and deadly, this bolt-action rifle became synonymous with the Red Army's relentless push against Nazi forces. Developed in the late 1800s and modernized in the 1930s, the Mosin-Nagant M1930 was a bolt-action rifle chambered for the powerful 7.62x54 MR cartridge. While not boasting the fastest rate of fire, it made up for it in sheer reliability and hard-hitting power. The long barrel offered exceptional accuracy, especially at long distances. The simple design, with minimal moving parts, made it easy to maintain and use even in harsh conditions. The Mosin-Nagant's innovation wasn't in groundbreaking technology, but in its clever design choices. The bolt-action mechanism was smooth and robust, ensuring reliable operation. The rifle featured an integral magazine, meaning the cartridges were stored within the weapon itself, rather than a detachable clip. This simplified reloading and reduced the risk of losing magazines in the heat of battle. The Mosin-Nagant's impact on the Eastern Front was undeniable. Its long-range accuracy proved effective against German infantry and snipers. The simple design allowed for mass production, arming millions of Soviet soldiers. The integral magazine, while slower to reload than detachable clips, could be quickly replenished with stripper clips, keeping soldiers in the fight. The rifle's reliability and ease of use were crucial for the Red Army's massive conscript forces. The Mosin-Nagant's simplicity and effectiveness made it a popular weapon beyond the Red Army. Captured rifles found their way into the hands of resistance fighters and even some German troops who admired its ruggedness. The Mosin-Nagant's legacy extends far beyond World War II, seeing service in numerous conflicts throughout the 20th and even 21st centuries. For a sixth weapon, we head to the American sidearm that packed a punch, the M1 carbine. This wasn't your grandpa's long rifle. It was a lightweight, fast-handling carbine designed for mobility and firepower in tight situations. Developed in the early 1940s, the M1 carbine was a semi-automatic carbine chambered for the .30 carbine cartridge. Compared to rifles like the M1 Garand, it was shorter, lighter, and easier to handle. The 15-round detachable magazine provided enough firepower for close-quarters combat, and the semi-automatic action allowed for quick follow-up shots. Unlike longer rifles, the M1 carbine could be equipped with a folding stock, making it ideal for paratroopers, tank crews, and other soldiers who needed a compact weapon. The M1 carbine's innovation lay in its balance of size and firepower. It utilized a gas-operated system similar to the M1 Garand, but with a lighter recoil for faster firing. The detachable magazine allowed for quicker reloads compared to internal clip-fed rifles. While not as powerful as a full-sized rifle, the M1 carbine provided ample stopping power at its intended ranges. The M1 carbine's impact on the battlefield was significant, particularly in specific situations. Its compact size and maneuverability made it ideal for paratroopers who needed a weapon during drops and close quarters fighting after landing. Tank crews and other support personnel also appreciated the M1 carbine's ease of use and effectiveness in vehicle defense. The carbine's versatility proved valuable in various theaters, from the jungles of the Pacific to the close quarters of urban warfare in Europe. The M1 carbine became a trusted companion for American soldiers beyond World War II. It saw service in Korea and Vietnam and continues to be a popular collector's item today. The M1 carbine's legacy lies in its demonstration that a smaller firearm designed for specific tactical needs could be just as effective, or even more so, than a traditional rifle in certain situations. We shift gears now from ground troops to the giants of the skies. Our seventh weapon on this list redefined aerial warfare, the B-17 Flying Fortress, a symbol of American air power and strategic bombing. Developed in the 1930s, the B-17 Flying Fortress was a four-engine heavy bomber. This behemoth of a plane boasted a formidable range and payload capacity. Nicknamed the Flying Fortress for its heavy defensive armament of machine guns strategically placed in turrets throughout the fuselage, it could fight back against enemy fighters. The B-17 could carry a staggering amount of bombs, allowing it to strike targets deep within enemy territory. The B-17's innovation wasn't just its size and firepower. It featured a pressurized cabin, allowing crews to fly at high altitudes where enemy fighters were less effective. The bomb bay design ensured a more accurate and concentrated bombing pattern. The defensive turrets, manned by dedicated crew members, provided a 360-degree field of fire, making it a challenging target for enemy aircraft. The B-17's impact on World War II was undeniable. Its long range allowed the Allies to bomb strategic targets in Germany, disrupting war production and infrastructure. The sheer number of B-17s deployed in bombing raids overwhelmed German defenses, leading to a significant psychological impact on the enemy. While not without losses, the B-17 became a symbol of Allied air power and a turning point in the air war. The B-17's legacy extends far beyond World War II. It served as a blueprint for future strategic bombers and remains a revered aircraft in aviation history. Today, surviving B-17s are restored and participate in air shows, reminding us of the power and impact of this legendary flying machine. Our eighth weapon on the list inspired both fear and awe: the Junkers Ju-87 Stuka dive bomber. This German aircraft, with its distinctive inverted gull wings and terrifying siren, became a symbol of blitzkrieg tactics and psychological warfare. Developed in the late 1930s, the Ju-87 Stuka was a single-engine dive bomber. Unlike most bombers that flew level to drop their payloads, the Stuka employed a terrifying tactic. It would climb to altitude, then enter a steep dive towards its target, releasing its bombs with pinpoint accuracy. The fixed landing gear would whistle in the wind, creating a now infamous wailing siren that added to the psychological impact. The Ju-87's innovation lay in its dive bombing capabilities. It had automatic pull-up mechanisms to ensure the pilot wasn't thrown from the plane during the steep descent. The aircraft also had dive brakes to control its speed during the attack. While not heavily armored, the Stuka's maneuverability and accuracy during its dive made it a formidable weapon in the early stages of the war. The Ju-87's impact on the battlefield was significant, especially in the early years of the war. The psychological effect of the wailing siren and the devastating accuracy of its dive bombing strikes demoralized enemy troops. However, the Stuka's effectiveness was lessened as the war progressed. Its vulnerability to faster Allied fighters and its lack of armor made it an easier target. The Ju-87's legacy is a complex one. It became a symbol of German air power, but also of vulnerability as the war turned against them. While its effectiveness waned, the Stuka left an undeniable mark on aviation history, forever associated with the terrifying tactics of dive bombing. Our penultimate weapon on the list is a symbol of Soviet resilience and armored might: the T-34 medium tank. This innovative and rugged machine proved to be a game-changer on the Eastern Front, spearheading Soviet offensives and striking fear into the hearts of German commanders. Developed in the late 1930s, the T-34 was a medium tank known for its balance of firepower, mobility, and armor protection. Its sloped armor design allowed enemy shells to deflect, increasing survivability. Wide tracks provided excellent traction in harsh terrain, a crucial advantage on the Eastern Front. The T-34 was also known for its relatively small size and powerful 76mm cannon, making it a potent weapon despite its medium classification. The T-34's innovation wasn't in groundbreaking new technology, but in its clever combination of existing features. The sloped armor, while not a new concept, was implemented effectively on the T-34, maximizing deflection chances. The wide tracks, combined with a unique Christie suspension system, allowed for superior maneuverability and off-road capabilities. The focus on simple, reliable mechanics made the T-34 easy to produce in vast numbers, a critical factor for the Soviet war effort. The T-34's impact on the Eastern Front was undeniable. Its mobility allowed the Soviets to outmaneuver German forces, while its sloped armor offered better protection against enemy tank guns. The sheer number of T-34s produced overwhelmed German defenses and became a key factor in turning the tide of the war on the Eastern Front. The T-34's legacy extends far beyond World War II. Its design influenced tank development for decades, and captured T-34s were used by numerous armies after the war. The T-34 remains a symbol of Soviet ingenuity and industrial might, forever etched in the history of armored warfare. For our final weapon, we step away from the battlefield and into the realm of code and secrecy. We explore the Enigma machine, not a weapon of war in the traditional sense, but a tool that fueled Nazi Germany's war effort through encrypted communication. Cracking the Enigma became a crucial victory for the Allies. Developed in the early 1920s, the Enigma machine was a complex cipher device used to encrypt and decrypt messages. The Germans employed it extensively during World War II for military communications. The Enigma functioned using a series of rotors with electrical wiring, which scrambled the message with each pass. A plug board added another layer of complexity. Without knowing the exact settings of the rotors and plug board for a given day, deciphering an Enigma message was nearly impossible. The Enigma's innovation lay in its mechanical complexity. The millions of possible settings for the rotors and plug board created a vast number of encryption combinations, making it a formidable challenge for code breakers. The Germans believed their Enigma messages were unbreakable. The Enigma's impact on the war is a fascinating story of code breaking and perseverance. Allied codebreakers, most famously at Bletchley Park in Britain, pored over Enigma messages, searching for patterns and weaknesses. The eventual breaking of the Enigma code provided crucial intelligence about German military plans, troop movements, and strategies. This intelligence is believed to have shortened the war and saved countless lives. The Enigma's legacy extends beyond World War II. It became a symbol of the importance of code breaking and cryptography in warfare and communication security. The Enigma story serves as a reminder of human ingenuity in both creating and defeating complex codes, a battle that continues in the digital age. That concludes our exploration of 10 iconic weapons that shaped World War II. These instruments of war represent not only advancements in technology, but also the courage, sacrifice, and resilience of those who wielded them. As we remember the past, we strive for a future free from such conflict. Thank you for joining us on Weapons Spotlight.